Okay, so what's the title?
How to Light a Tiger.
Okay, now open your book, open your storybook to page two and three. Why was the potter walking along the country road?
He was walking because his donkey had run away that day.
Where was he on his way home from?
He had been eating, drinking, and singing with his friend.
So
Uh,
where was he on his way home from?
he was on his way home from the local inn
Hmm,
where he had been
right.
eating, drinking.
Okay, so where did the potter soon come to?
Uh, he soon came to the home of an old widow.
Hmm? And what animal did the potter see lying outside the widow's house?
He saw an animal that looked like his donkey lying outside the widow's house.
So what was the animal?
It was a tiger.
Right. Next page. Okay, so what had the tiger been lying there thinking about?
The tiger had been lying there thinking about breaking into the widow's house.
What did the potter start beating the tiger with?
He started beating the tiger with the stick.
Okay, next page. While the potter was yelling at the tiger, what was he doing?
While he was hitting the tiger and he was yelling at it.
Right? Why didn't the tiger do anything?
Because no one had ever yelled at him like this before.
Right? So the tiger was too surprised, right?
Yes.
Okay, next page. Why did the tiger stand up? Why did the tiger stand up?
The because the potter grabbed the tiger by its ear.
Right? Okay. And what did the potter do to the tiger after he jumped on the tiger's back?
The potter jumped on his back and led him home.
Mhm. When the potter got to his house, what did he do?
Uh, and then tie him to the hitching post.
Why was next page 10? Why was the potter's wife surprised?
Uh, because imagine how surprised she was when she saw the tiger tied up to the hitching post.
Why did the potter not feel so good?
He did not feel so good because he had had too much to drink the night before.
Why did the potter look out of?
Uh, he was in a bad mood, but he got up and looked out the door.
Okay, let's move on to the next page. What did the tiger become in the village?
Uh, the tiger became the talk of the village.
What did the potter soon learn?
The potter soon learned that this tiger was famous
Uh-huh. What
throughout
could
the
no one
country.
stop talking about?
No one could stop talking about the brave potter and how he had captured the tiger.
The next page. What did the villagers decide the king should hear about?
The villager decided that the king should hear about the remarkable exploit.
What did the village scholar compose?
The village scholar composed a letter to the king,
Uh-huh.
and
Where was the
it
letter delivered to?
what?
Where was the letter delivered to?
It was delivered to the capital city.
Right. And what did the king call for?
He called for his carriage and his courtiers. tears.
Where did the king travel to?
They are traveled to the home of the potter.
Right. Okay, next page. Why did the king shiver when he looked at the tiger?
The king looked at the tiger and shivered a little.
Why? Why did he do that?
The tiger was a particularly fierce one
Right. What had the tiger eaten?
Who had eaten many cows and attacked many people.
Right. And what did the king reward the potter with?
The king decided to reward the potter.
So what did the king reward the potter with?
He gave him an enormous amount of money, gold, and gems.
Exactly. And what did the king appoint the potter?
He appointed the potter the official lawyer potter of the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, I look awful. Just look at my tummy sticking out. No wonder you eat too much. Don't eat so much. Why don't you go on a diet? I can't diet. Then exercise. What exercise? Swimming. What do you think of DDR? Maybe does that work? Maybe dancing is fun and you might lose weight. I don't know how to dance. I'd look stupid. Don't you think so? Let's do DDR together. They have a new DDR at a game room near here. Okay, will you teach me? Sure. What do you think of Yongja? I think so. I think she overweight. Yes, I think so too. I heard she thinking of going on a diet. Good for her. There are too many ways of dieting. I think so too, and I can't even find a good one. Look out! Oh dear, don't lead while you are walking around the street. All right. Many teenagers go on diets. Some don't eat any meat. Others eat only apples for a few days. That's very stupid. We cannot go on silly diet like that. Why not? We are still growing. We need virus,
Various
various,
다양한
various sources of nutrition,
nutrition.
nutrition,
nutrition.
nutrition.
이거 뭐야? 다양한
좋은데. 왜 한글자가
영양소.
네.
영양소가 필요하다 이 말이지.
네. Here's a good recipe for a healthy diet. Eat plenty of fruits and vegetables. They are not high in fat. They contain necessary nutrition. Cut down on
아까
sugar.
영양소라고 그랬지?
Nutrition. Cut down on sugary drinks and fast food. Drink plenty of water. Our body needs water. Drink 6 to 10 glasses a day. Do not eat anything after dinner. Exercise every day. You need at least 45 minutes of exercise a day. Oh, how are you, Mr. Kim? You look much better today. Thank you. I feel better too, but this hospital food tastes terrible. Stop by my home today. Why, I have some tips to give you. Thanks, but I don't have any time today. Go on a good diet. Don't eat too much. Eat fruits and vegetables. Exercise every day. Let's join a fitness club. I can't. Why not? It's too expensive. Hello, may I speak to Jimmy? Yes, Mina, yes, it's me. Today there's a big game between the Gullivers and the Thunders. How about going to watch it? Great idea. Go, go, go. The Gullivers are winning. They have 10 minutes more. Anything can happen. The Thunders aren't playing well tonight. Are you kidding? They are only 7 points behind. That's 3 shots and 1 free throw. What did I tell you? The Thunders are better. It was a really great game. I had a good time. Me too. See you at Coach tomorrow. Okay, see you. Do you have any plans for this weekend? No. Why? How about going to a baseball game? Great. What did you do last weekend? I went to a baseball game. How was it? Great. I had a good time. Hello, may I speak to Mina? Speaking. Who's this? Hi, Mina. This is Gosu. James Naismith was a physical education teacher in Massachusetts. His students needed an indoor game for snowy or rainy day. At first, Naismith tried football, but the football broke a lot of windows. He invented a new game. He hung up two pitch baskets, one on each of two opposite balconies in the gym. The players tried to put a soccer ball into one of the space baskets. At first, the baskets didn't have any holes in them. How did they get the ball out of the basket? First, they used a ladder. Later, they used a pull. Then that was really boresome, but everyone liked the new game. 20 years later, players began to use a hole with a net for a basket and a large brown leather ball. Where were you last night? At the hospital. My mom was sick. Oh, that's terrible. I guess you were really upset then, aren't you? I can't console.
Suddenly,
I suddenly was. Tell me what you did in your lifetime. I helped people. I ate a lot. Did you go to the library last Sunday? Yes, I did. When did you leave for home? About 8. I was I was there all day. You sure study very hard. I didn't break the fishbowl. I didn't eat the cookies. I didn't make the mess.
okay, boss.
Once upon a dark night, a potter was working around a country lot. He was working because his donkey had run away that day. He was on his way home from the local inn where he had been eating, drinking, and singing with his friends. He soon came to the home of an old widow. He saw an animal that looked like his donkey lying outside the widow's house. Actually, the animal was not his donkey at all. It was a tiger. The tiger had been lying there thinking about breaking into the widow's house. It was an old, dilapidated house. He thought the widow might make a good meal. The father was furious at his donkey. He picked up a stick and walked over to the tiger that he still thought was his donkey. He started beating the tiger with the stick. He hit it on its head. He hit its leg. He hit it all over. While he was hitting the tiger, he was yelling at it, "You lazy good-for-nothing animal! You sorry excuse for a little donkey!" He yelled a lot of other things using very bad language. The tiger was too surprised to do anything. No one had ever treated him this way before. No one had ever yelled at him like this before. The potter grabbed the tiger by its ear. "Stand up!" he yelled, still surprised. The tiger stood up. The potter jumped on his back and led him home. When they got to his house, the potter tied the tiger's feet together securely and then tied him to the hitching post. The next morning the potter wife opened the door to see how the weather was. Imagine how surprised she was when she saw the tiger tied up to the hitching post. She ran inside and woke up the potter. "Come outside and see what you brought home last night," he exclaimed. "I brought home the donkey," grumbled the potter. He did not feel so good because he had had too much to drink the night before. He was in a bad mood, but he got up and looked out the door. "Wow!" he exclaimed. "How did I do that?" Soon all of the potter's neighbors saw the tiger. The tiger became the talk of the village. The potter soon learned that this tiger was famous throughout the country for killing people and cattle. No one could stop talking about the brave potter and how he had captured the tiger. Finally, the villagers decided that the king should hear about this remarkable exploit. The village squirrel composed a letter to the king, and it was delivered to the capital city. When the king read the letter, he was amazed. He cared for his courage and his courtiers. They all traveled to the home of the potter. The king looked at the tiger and Sebald and later the tiger was a particularly uh, fierce one who had eaten many cows and attacked many people. The king decided to reward the potter. He gave him an enormous amounts of money, gold, and gems. He appointed the potter the official loyal potter of the nation. The potter became quite famous around the country. Why did the dinosaurs come back with us? How did they come? I don't know. We have to save Yuri and Junso. No, the dinosaurs are here. Junso and Yuri are safe, but those kids aren't. Let's save them first. I'll start running. The dinosaur will follow me. You go help the kid climb up that tree. No, I run. I'm faster than you. Okay, come and get me. Hey, climb this tree. You're in danger. Be quiet. Stay here until it's safe. I have to get up now. Hey, aren't you hungry? Come and get me. Nayoung, get up and run. Run into the school. You'll be safe there. I have a better idea. Over here, can you catch me? What an excellent idea. Thank you. Let's do it again. This time I'll lead them into the gym. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Then I'll lock the door. Okay. Incredible. That was very smart. We made it, you know. Now let's save Junsu and Yuri. Not yet. We have to take the dinosaur with us. We can leave them here. How do how do we do that? Do you have an idea? Whoa. I have an I have a good idea. Sharon, you have an important thing to do. Do you see the dinosaur? What? There are three of them. Lead them to the terrarium in the basement. Can you do that, Sharon? Or do you remember an asterisk? Yes. Let's go to the main building to get it. Where's the anesthetic? Uh, I'm not sure. I'll look on the second shelf. I found it. It worked. The dinosaurs are asleep. All asleep. You are very smart, Sharon, and very brave. Let's go. We want to go back to Yuri and Junsu. We want to go back to Yuri and Junsu. We want to go back to Yuri and Junsu. More trouble for the potter. The potter and his wife lived a happy, peaceful life together. Everyone, including the king, respected the potter. Things were very nice in the country for quite a while. Then one day a neighbor enemy decided to attack. They want to take the king's country and all of his money. The king was afraid and called his general to the palace. He needed a general to lead his troops against the enemy. He asked for a volunteer. The generals all went to the front line. They looked across at the enemy. The enemy was powerful. They had lots of big burly soldiers. Their weapons were fearsome. The general went back to the king. They all told him that Beric they could not lead his troops. The enemy was much too strong. The king was greatly troubled. He consulted everyone. Finally, someone suggested that he call the potter. After all, he was the strongest man in the country. He had captured the famous tiger. The king called for the potter. He explained his problem. The potter told the king that he would go to the front line to fight the enemy. When he went home to get ready, the potter told his wife, "I will ride my donkey to the daughter." Just then a courtier arrived from the palace. He was leading a fine, high-spirited stallion. He said, "Here, Potter, is a fine horse for you to ride to the border." The Potter turned pale. Pale. He had never ridden a horse. How could he ever ride a horse as strong and speedy as this one? Finally, he said to his wife, "I will ride at night so no one will see me. Tie me to the horse, and I will ride me to the border." The Potter got into the saddle. His wife put a rope around his shoulders, and under the saddle, the horse was getting very impatient. Finally, it just started galloping away. It ran like the wind. The Potter hung for dear life. The horse galloped faster and faster. The Potter reached out for the branch of a willow to try to slow himself down. He was going so fast that the tree could not stop him. It just came up by the roots in his hand. The Potter looked up carrying the tree. The Potter and his horse got close to the enemy camp. The enemy soldiers saw him coming. When they saw him coming, they saw a man carrying a large tree. Only a huge, strong man could carry such a big tree. The enemy soldiers all ran to their general. They told him, Sir, we can now fight against the three monsters. Stories to get bigger the more often they are told. They said we must surrender immediately and go home.
Immediately
immediately
즉시
네, immediate,
immediately
immediately and go home. The enemy general wrote a letter of surrender to the king, and the enemy soldiers returned to their country as fast as they could. The potter rode home from the front line and got off his horse. The potter and the horse were exhausted. The village scholar rode to the capital and told the king the story of the battle that was not even a battle. The king was amazed to hear that the potter had single-handedly defeated the enemy. He gave the potter even more money, gold, and gems. He appointed the potter commander-in-chief of all the troops in the country.